So today I'm going to be doing a product review. And what is she doing a product review, you ask? These babies right here. These two little palettes that I absolutely adore. I have been doing like freelance makeup artistry for a while now. And even if you're not a makeup artist or don't plan on being a makeup artist or don't do anybody else's makeup but your own, you can still benefit from these two, and I will tell you guys why. But first I wanted to say FTC disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by these companies. This was not sent to me for free. By all means, I paid for it and I have no reason to lie, so this is my completely honest opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off is the Eclipse palette, the 15 concealer shade palette from Coastal Scents. And then the Graftobian Cosmetics Foundation Palette. This is actually called Graftobian HD Glamour Cream Super Palette Neutral. So it's all like crappy looking. But yeah, in the back it has like all the names of the individual... Oh! What the heck was that? Of the individual foundations. So, there's 18 different shades in this thing. So... even if you don't do anybody else's makeup and all you do is your own, if you go from being like light to then in the summertime being a little tan, and even if you don't find a single shade in this thing for you, you can go ahead and mix and match it. Like I tend to mix up a couple different ones to get the perfect match for me. And then I know that in wintertime, instead of like my tan color, I get a little like pale but like olivey at the same time, so this will be perfect. And then you have like your dark shades, you have your light shades, then you have your tan shades, you have olive, you have whatever. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over again. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is there's 18 shades in this thing. Let's say I bought this for I bought this for about $65, like $65.99 or something like that, and I bought it from Amazon.com. And the good thing about this is that I spent $65, well, all in all it came up to about $70 with shipping and handling and all that, but I paid, let's say $70. I paid $70 for this thing. But if you were to actually go ahead and go and buy like a single foundation and end up buying 18 different foundations, it would cost you around $200 or more, you know. So $70 is like a complete steal. And then not only that, they have the Ben 9 foundation palette, which is $50, also on Amazon.com. But the thing about that is that they only have, I think, like 12 shades in there. So I mean, you get 6 more different shades with this. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? And if you look at the reviews, the Graftobian, which is this palette, has a lot better reviews than the Ben 9. I can't really say much for Ben 9 because I don't have it, but I know this one's great. So alright, so this is actually like really dense, so you get like a bunch of coverage when you use this foundation. And I personally don't use it on myself too often because I don't like too much of a cover, like too heavy coverage. You can make it lighter, light coverage, but I just don't like foundation on myself personally. But I use this on my clients a lot and they love the coverage that they get. And if you use it with like a buffer brush, you could get like that airbrush kind of finish to it. If you, a little bit goes a long way. So you pay this much for the palette, you get this many shades, and at the same time you don't run out fast because you just have like so much coverage with it. You don't have to put on a lot. And if you do put on a lot, one of the cons from it is you will end up looking really cakey. But again, if you know how to use it and you moderate it very nice and you don't overdo it, then you won't look cakey. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually swatch from the lightest to the darkest, and the lightest one is right here, and it's so creamy. I love how creamy it is. I just swatched a little bit and it's super creamy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on my hand, and that is how creamy it is. It's super amazing and it has a lot of coverage. It's not my color, but you can definitely see how much coverage there is in there because it's not like sheer at all. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in for like the medium one. So I'm just going into this one right here. Okay, and that's all I did, little swirl. That's it right there on my finger, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that one to my hand. Alright, as you can see, it's close to my shade. I mean, it's not my shade, but it does have like a very dense consistency. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the dark one, or the darkest one. And there you go. That's really, really dark. You know what I mean? Like, you can mix and match. You don't necessarily have to do like exactly the same shade on someone. But like this dark one, I have mixed it with other colors, and it gives you like a gorgeous, gorgeous like match. So those are those 3 colors that I just wanted to show you guys, just to give you guys like a little idea of how well they cover. And if you guys are interested in seeing like a whole face tutorial or whatever, let me know and I will go ahead and do that for you guys. So yes, and it has like this little thing where you could put a brush if you're traveling with it. Oh, that's another thing. It's like an amazing size, so you can travel with it perfectly. It has all the names and numbers in the back of the individual foundation. So if you do find a shade that you love for yourself, you can use that. And it has this amazing mirror, which is huge, and it takes the entire palette. So yes, this is very, very gorgeous, amazing product, which has like an amazing coverage, and it's just wonderful. And I completely recommend this. Again, I'm not being sponsored by anyone. This is my personal opinion. I know I sound super hype about it, because I am though. I mean, I really do like this. So yeah, I've had it for about 2.5 months now, and that's how much I've used. They're not even like too indented or anything, and I use this every week, like all the time I use it. And then I have the Eclipse palette, which is the 15 concealer shades, and I'm sure most of you guys have already seen a review for it, so I'm going to be brief. So this one is just as small as this one, so if you know what that one is like, it's kind of like the same size. It's almost the same size. And this one I paid $14.95 for it, and from Coastal Scents. It doesn't have a mirror like the other one does, but that's okay. I love these concealers. I actually use the one I usually use. It's either which one do I use? This one or this one. These are my colors right here. And it has, like, again, the darker and then all the way to the lighter. And it has your highlight. It has a green corrector, a lavender corrector, and a yellow corrector. And I'll show you the highlight, which is amazing and gorgeous. So that is what the highlight looks like. And then if you guys are interested in seeing how to cover, how to use the color correctors, go ahead and let me know, and I will go ahead and do a video for that. So I'm going to go ahead again and swatch the darkest color, and then I'm just going to go ahead, so just so you can see like how dense it is, and you see how I rub and it's still there. So that is that one, and it's the darkest shade. And then again, if you're not into the whole makeup artist thing, you can use this on yourself. You change colors during the year. I've had it for 2 months, and I've already been like 3 different shades on here. So or I've already had to use like 3 different shades. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and sample the one that I use, or one of the ones that I use. And it's so creamy. I love how creamy it is. A lot of people say that, I mean, I don't pack it on that crazy, but a lot of people say that this that these concealers crease on you, and they really don't. If you cake it on, they do crease, but if you put on the perfect amount, like you could do it with your finger, if you put on the right amount, it's not gonna crease on you. And another thing that you could do to prevent it from creasing, if you really think it's gonna crease that bad, just put on like set it with some powder. And then I'm gonna go into the lightest one, and again I'm gonna put that onto my hand. Alright, bad spot to put it, because but yeah, it's right there. And these are actually creamy. I love how creamy they are, and it like a little goes a long way, just like the foundation palette. A little goes a long way. You definitely don't have to use that much to get a very nice coverage with these. And if you use what is it, I think it's the Fix Plus. I actually know makeup artists who have used this as foundation, and it covers so well. It's complete coverage also. You use a mixing medium and use it with this, and it gives you complete coverage, and you have a foundation. So if you don't want to do the whole $70 palette, you can do this. Get a mixing medium, you know what I mean, mix it up, and bam, you have yourself some foundation. So that's pretty much it. How long am I in? 9 minutes. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe up here. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, rate, like, that little new thing, reaction or whatever it's called. Go ahead and do that. Bye guys, I love you.